Hi there. This is April Lee with Hope, Faith, and Thriving. Just wanted to do a quick little video and I didn't feel like recording it, so I hopped on here live. Number one, there is someone that commented on a video that literally diagnosed me. They said that you have, I believe you have MCAS, which is mast cell activation syndrome. I've questioned it. I mean, I've heard of it and stuff, but I didn't really know exactly what it was. And I was very hesitant to even look it up because so many people have suggested so many things to me. And after whoever you are, if you ever come on here again, you kept kind of like making a few different comments. I can't even find the feed. Normally, everything I have is there, and I just can't even find the conversation. So, I don't know who you are. So, whoever you are that told me that I have mast cell activation syndrome, thank you, because whether you know it or not, it was answered prayer. I specifically prayed and asked the Lord to use somebody to tell me what I have. And I've been to doctors for over a decade, never even was suggested to search for anything like this. And I went to the doctor and did all the testing, and they're treating me for, seems like every prescription is written out for mastocytosis, but I'm trying to clarify with the immunologist. I think overall they're just trying to calm down mast cell activation symptoms, like the syndrome of symptoms. Um, it's going to take me a while to know if this is what I've had like this whole time, like all my life, and like the past like decade to the past like 4 years have been the absolute worst. Um, it's going to take time to know if this is what has been the whole thing causing the fibromyalgia, or if it's in addition to. Um, I mean, I really hope, and I'm believing that it is not just another additional illness on top of my many illnesses that I deal with. I really pray that it is like at least like the fuel on the fire that has been this whole time of all this mess. Another thing is, while I'm on here, I wanted to share my pattern of what happens to me. If you have like mast cell activation or long COVID or chronic fatigue syndrome or fibromyalgia or any of these pain conditions. I also have like the overall thing was supposedly like something called central sensitization, where everything just like totally switched in my pain sensors and created this endless cycle of pain. But I'm noticing a pattern, and it's been like this for the past, like, as I've gotten worse, the past 4 years, where I go to work. I'm a hairstylist. It does not matter if I'm there for like 2 hours, 1 hour, or whatever. I will do hair, and I will go home, and either before I leave or on my way home, I start turning red. I get flushing, which supposedly this whole time has been from a mast cell activation issue. So like my cheeks turn red, my nose turns red, my forehead turns red. Sometimes my chin, and then like my whole chest area and these blotches, and it gets really, really red like a sunburn. And then it's usually I get kind of warm everywhere because it just gets hot. When I get home, like, it's so weird, like I'm working and I'm all right, and then as soon as I stop working, all this skin stuff happens. And then I have about a 35-minute drive home, so I come home and then I just get so physically exhausted. And then my body starts to like feel it's so weird, it starts to like feel everything that happened for the day, and I start just getting like sore. And it's like if you did like a really intense workout all day long, and then suddenly you feel every little muscle in your body. So I start feeling all of that, and then I'm just so exhausted. Usually I'm really tired. I try to my best to like sleep all that night, and the next day I wake up, I'm super stiff. It takes a few hours for my body to kind of like wake up, and I'm usually tired, really tired, physically, mentally, all of that. And then what I do though is I do get up and I'll like push through that and get things done if I can handle it. And then sometimes I'll just notice that as I'm doing these things, like my body is fighting me, but I keep going. And then I try to rest, take it easy like the rest of the day. And then ease my way into my Monday, because this usually is a Saturday into a Sunday. And by Monday, I'm usually, it never fails, within 48 hours. I have the trigger points in my trapezius knots are like awful. They get so flared up. Any little thing bothers them. If I touch them, I'm nauseated. I feel sick. I overall just like have digestional problems that like carry in usually within that night of working. It's so weird. I'm documenting this because I want people to see if their pattern matches and learn from this, and then maybe doctors see this. And on top of this, I don't know if it's like if it is because of mast cell, if it's stuff I'm just exposed to in the salon. My salon that I work in right now is, I have my own room, but the ceilings are open, and I use like ammonia free products, and I'm as safe as I can with what I'm doing, and I try not to use like very little like fragrance on the things that I use. On top of I use an air purifier in my room, and then the air system, they have some sort of like extra HEPA filter something filtration within the salon. The only time I start feeling like really ill is when people do certain things and it comes into my room and I instantly am sick. I feel like super sick, sometimes very lightheaded, almost very weak and nauseous, and a headache, and I just feel like really ill everywhere. It's rare that that happens. Actually, it's not rare. It happens almost like every time I work, but I don't work a lot. So I work a couple days here and there. It does happen. And as soon as like I stop smelling that and whatever they're using goes away, it starts to ease up and I get better. But today is 48 hours and then some since I worked, and I'm starting to just feel like crappy all over. It's really weird. It's almost as if you've ever done like a detox of your body and your body is like detoxing. I don't know. I can't, it's definitely all over. You just don't feel good. You feel very sick. As of today, that's how I feel. I just feel crappy and really tired, and everything hurts. And that's with all this treatment for the MCAS, the syndrome type thing. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to notice like a big difference with treating myself for MCAS syndrome and mastocytosis, like overall, because I still have, my fibromyalgia diagnosis in there. So I'm just tracking all of this, and I'm going to share and document everything because I'm hoping not only people can like figure out what's wrong with them and feel better or relate to me, but maybe as I do this, I can look back and try to piece it all together and feel better longer. I've already done all the natural stuff. I mean, I am considering, I'm going to look into a low histamine type of juice thing. I'm thinking about working my way towards that next week and trying that for a week and kind of documenting what happens, seeing if I can feel a little bit better. But also too, I'm doing like all the mast cell stabilizers, and I'm also doing the H1 and H2 blocker and all that, and then low histamine. I'm trying to avoid things. So I don't know if it is going to take a little while to like all of that to like start doing something. I know that when I first went in there trying to get the diagnosis, or at least like rule it out, my prostaglandins were super high and my pain was like through the roof. And within like about 5 days of taking all of these things, I did start feeling better. But also, as you know, if you have flares, they come and go like by the day and by the week. So anyway, my pattern of working, I don't know if you guys work or how it works for you, but And even if I'm not working, even if I'm just like doing anything in my home or cleaning or doing something physical, it flares everything up. So I go to work on Saturday. I do pretty decent while I'm there because I've gotten myself to some sort of baseline. I absolutely love my job. It is so good for my mental health and my soul. I love my clients. Um, I have fun. I love what I do, especially when the hair turns out so pretty. I'm so happy that I did it. But then when I leave, it's like this pattern, and I don't normally think about it. It just happens, and I'm just tracking it and sharing with you. I've tried to avoid it, not think about it. And it's like no matter what, it happens in this pattern. It is so strange. So I'll go to work, everything's fine. As the day goes on, within like usually an hour or two, I do get severe neck pain and like spasms in here because of how I have to hold my neck. I push through that and stretch and whatever I gotta do, drink tons of water. Usually that's my day where I try to like eat light and kind of fast a little bit. Um, and then I leave work, I get red and blotchy. It doesn't matter what I touch, what I do, whether I do chemicals or just haircuts or whatever that happens. I notice if I overdo anything past like whatever my body wants to do, I get red and blotchy as well. So it's not just a chemical reaction from the outside. I don't know. And then when I leave, I go home and symptoms start. I'm like tired and fatigued and achy and just drained, like I worked in a coal mine or something. And then I sleep, and then I wake up and I'm like sore and stiff and slow going and just don't feel that great. Then later on, I'll think, well, I'm doing all right. And then it creeps in. And then the very next day is when it hits me the worst. It seems like right at 48 hours after is where the worst of it happens. I don't know how you guys are, but that is like a pattern for me. And then I decided to sing. I literally sang for like a minute today. And no matter how I sing or whatever, it just aggravates these trapezius knots or whatever. So I did cupping, kind of massage that area, put some, lotion on there to like calm it down, some stretches, and I just feel like sick. I don't feel good. And that's where I'm at. So unfortunately, I did get my house kind of put together and I did what I had to do, but I'm gonna incorporate pacing a little bit better this week. I don't work until Saturday. So I'm gonna like pace out my activities and the things that I need to do at home. I'm going to incorporate some low impact exercising. I'm affected by exercise physically from the just the muscle issues that I have, and then I just start to feel it's weird. Like if I do a cycle, like a machine or something, I get really nauseous and dizzy when I'm done. I don't understand why this is happening. It could be a reaction, maybe from a mast cell thing. I don't know. I definitely have never been able to do like an intense cardio workout without feeling nauseous. Um, and just overall unwell when I work out or try to push my heart rate. So these are just crazy things I've had. I did walk my dogs. I walk them at least 5 days a week, about, I think it's like a mile and a half or something like that. So I make sure I do that, at a decent pace. And then I'm constantly up and moving unless I'm focusing on my pacing and taking a break. I don't feel good at all right now. I feel really sick. So I'm going to drink some water and do some breathing exercises and rest a little bit before I have to get my kids, and pray that I start to feel a little bit better. I really don't know where the unwell feeling is coming from, if it's from doing too much, if I'm detoxing stuff, if I'm like having mast cell. The more I think about it, because this mast cell activation issue, it releases chemicals in your body. The only thing I can think of is that maybe it's that. I don't even know. If any of you have a mast cell disorder or mast cell activation syndrome, mastocytosis or something, and you can relate to this, please like leave some comments or follow me and like help me, because I'm new to this and I'm just tracking symptoms and I just want to feel better. I am so grateful to God for whoever told me about this and had me push to get a diagnosis. So if you're out there, please let me know who you are, and thank you so much. So I'm gonna go. Bye.